All right, thanks for tuning into our last video on pruning spirea. Our next video here is going to be on pruning PG hydrangeas, and if this is the first video you're watching, then we have another video on pruning spireas as well. So I'm just going to get the camera set up and we will get started. This is a PG hydrangea shrub. If you have a standard form, which is a shrub basically grafted onto another rootstock, so it looks more like a tree, it's the exact same principles. So as you can see, I'll try and find a spot here. They don't always do it, but often as they get older and older, they will actually bud from 3 buds on a node. So as you can see right here, this spot here, let me find my hand. Yep, there we go. So you can see there is actually 1, 2, 3 branches coming from the same bud. So that's important to keep in mind when we're talking about PG hydrangeas and how to prune them. So let me get the camera set up in place here and we'll get started. Okay, so here we go. Here's our shrub. Big thing again is you want to keep the thicker stems. They're going to be healthier than the thinner stems. They're going to be able to support the flowers better. So I like to start by taking out anything that's really thin, anything that looks like it didn't perform very well last year. Again, then we're going to go into sort of some of the crossing stuff, the crossing branches. We've got this here. It's been pruned a whole bunch of times and it's fairly thin. It's in the middle of the shrub, so you're not going to get a lot of bloom. So I'm going to take that out completely. Here we've got some nice healthy stems here. So I'm going to take this one out. And I'm just going to start kind of really thinning it out. Again, here you can't really do too much, and we'll have a little look here once it's done and I'll show you. The big thing is to you want to have, and if you keep in mind that for the most part you're going to have 3 new stems come from everywhere you're pruning to, you're going to end up with sort of a bloom on the end of each stem. So, and it's a lot nicer if you have say 10 or 15 or 30 really nice healthy blooms as opposed to 50 kind of smaller poorly performing blooms. So I've thinned out a little bit of the stuff. Now what I'm going to do is, you see spots here where you've got 2 coming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one quite short down to where it's branching off, and then the other one, again, always pruning to where there's a bud, but I'm going to leave it a little bit longer. And that kind of effect is what I'm going to produce wherever I can. Where you can't do that, you can take it back to just 1 to a budding spot. But if you have 3 like we do over here, we're going to definitely take 1 all the way out. And on this one, I'm going to take the one that's in the middle of the shrub, because again, we'd rather have our blooms on the outside. Now we have a bit of crossing wood right here. You see these 2 branches, this one here and that one. But we're going to take this one down nice and short, and this one up here, now they're not crossing anymore. So this one here is a nice thick healthy stem, so I'm going to take it a little bit longer, leave it a little bit longer. I'm going to take that one completely out. Again, going and trimming out all these fine little bits that aren't going to do anything. So again, here short and a little bit longer. Now here, I mean, it's just a purely aesthetic thing. If you do them all the same length, they're still going to look fine and perform fine. So I'm going to go down there and I'm going to go up there. And here again, I've got 2 that are growing quite close together. So I'm going to take this one down close, this one over here. I'm going to leave that one tall. But now that I've got that one tall and this one, I'm actually, because if I take this one short, it's going to look funny because this stem comes up higher before it branches, and then it's got a short one, and this one's got a long one. So, and I don't need this. And this has had lots of pruning on it before. It's got lots of bumps and things like that, as you can see where it was pruned before. So I'm going to take old stuff out like that. That's, it may not perform as well because it's already had to compartmentalize previous cuts. So I'm just going to keep going like that, take this stuff off. Here I've got lots of branches coming up. I've got one here I've done. So I'm going to actually take these off, take these completely off. I'm going to leave this one a little bit longer. So there we go. That was quick. That was easy. Don't have to worry about taking too much off. And now we'll take a quick look, close up kind of at what that shrub's going to look like. Come back here from a top view. There's some of the cuts. You'll see what I'm talking about here with the, let's try to get this in focus, different lengths. And yeah, so that's how to prune a PG hydrangea, both a shrub form and a standard form. Again, you can pretty much take these back even harder than this if you need to. And you can leave them a little taller if it's a healthier, older shrub. So thanks for watching.